and just trying to make sure you protect players. And for Landon Knack, 7 starts now. This is the 7th that he's made. His last outing, that was Friday in San Francisco, allowed just 1 run, went 4 2/3. They kind of protected him. He gave up a home run, had a career-high 7 strikeouts in that ballgame. Then he faced these Arizona Diamondbacks back on the 30th of April. He allowed just 1 run on 5 innings of work. Had a no decision. That was eventually a 10-inning 4-3 Dodger loss. He did give up a home run, and guess who it was hit by?
Hopefully during the game and afterwards, no doubt. First pitch is coming up. Don't forget, after the game, David Massey's got you covered with all the highlights, post-game reaction, and, of course, Dodger talk as well. Enjoy the game. Happy 4th of July. I'm Tim Cates. This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck on the Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
Now streaming LA Dodgers baseball.
Now the 3-2. Curveball swung on and missed strike 3. Line drive 1-0. What a stab by Freddie Freeman at first. Deep to right center. Back it goes. It is off the top of the wall. Here comes Taylor around third, and the Dodgers win it. Line drive right field. The Dodgers walk it off. The Dodgers win it.
The birthright of a legend. Bad down, kiss the ring, show reverence.
This has been Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck.
Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Budweiser.
This Bud's for you.
First Five California.
Helping kids reach their full potential.
Security benefit.
To and through retirement.
And LA Care.
For all of LA.
I can't lose, I'm a believer. I'ma change the world and give them hell till they believe us.
There is not stopping. There is no rebuilding. Every year, it's a relentless pursuit of a title.
First pitch is moments away on the home of the Blue.
We're gonna change the world.
Yeah.
We're gonna change the world.
The LA Dodgers Audio Network.
Happy Independence Day weekend from AM 570 KLAC Los Angeles, 98.7 KYSR HD2 Los Angeles, an iHeart radio station.
Streaming LA Dodgers baseball.
It's the main event.
The Dodgers have officially become the new evil empire.
Yeah. Ohtani, you have Mookie Betts, you have Freddie Freeman.
This can't be happening, but it is.
LA is rejoicing right now.
Holy crap, as they say.
Here we go, it's the main event.
Holy crap.
It's about time, let them know.
This is LA Dodgers baseball.
This is the main event in Los Angeles sports.
LA Dodgers baseball is brought to you by
Ford.
Built Ford Tough.
LA County Public Works.
Recycling beverage containers is a triple play.
Jacoby and Myers.
Justice for you since 1972.
Coffee hot dogs.
A SoCal treasure. Local, original, great.
Navien tankless water heaters.
For endless hot water, visit tanklessmadesimple.com.
And by Galpin Motors.
Here we go, it's showtime.
It's the 4th of July Chevy Drive event at all 44 Southern California Chevy dealers with huge savings on our entire showroom, including powerful trucks like Chevy Silverado, the #1 selling full-size pickup in Southern California. Don't miss big cashback offers, low APR financing, and great lease deals going on now. Hurry to your Southern California Chevy dealer or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. Based on S&P Global Mobility new retail registrations, call 844-55-CHEVY or see dealer for details. It's the 4th of July Chevy Drive event at all 44 Southern California Chevy dealers with huge savings on our entire showroom, including a full lineup of SUVs that are big on style and value, like the tech-forward Trax and rugged Trailblazer. Don't miss big cash back, low APR financing, and great lease deals going on now. Great offers, great selection. Hurry to your Southern California Chevy dealer during the 4th of July Chevy Drive event or shop now at SoCalChevy.com.
Get ready for a new level of comfort courtesy of Navient. Hey, it's David Massey with Navient's newest innovation in smart living, the new MPF Hydro Furnace. This whisper quiet hydro furnace is the ideal way to keep your home at the perfect temperature, lower your energy bills, and cut emissions. Plus, SoCal Gas customers can get more than a $1,200 rebate. Learn about the new Navient MPF Hydro Furnace at hydrofurnace.com. That's hydrofurnace.com.
Hi, it's Hannah, and welcome to the HannahCast. Today, Piggy Bank's gonna fuel our episode with questions about Arco rewards. Yep, earn up to $7 in rewards at sign-up. And 7 cents on every gallon. Sounds pretty sensible, if you ask me. Oh, all this savings talk making you hungry? There you go. Learn how to earn at arcorewards.com.
Offer valid until August 31st, 2024. By entering your phone number, you're agreeing to receive recurring automated informational and marketing SMS, MMS messages from Marathon. Consent not required for purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
At AM 570 LA Sports, we take our responsibility to Dodger fans very seriously.
So serious.
As serious as a heart attack.
Dan Patrick in particular goes above and beyond.
I am a magnanimous giver of tickets.
Some other shows might say you have too many tickets to give away.
Weekday mornings in the 7 o'clock hour, join the Dan Patrick Show for the Daily Dodgers Giveaway.
Listen for the sounder and you're headed to Elysian Park.
He's sending one lucky winner to Dodger Stadium on us.
Every single weekday.
Daily.
AM 570 LA Sports.
Hey, Dodger fans. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is your destination to see the biggest names in country. Buy tickets now at YamavaTheater.com to see 3 Grammy Award-winning country legends take the stage. Experience the magic of Keith Urban's electrifying performance on July 13th, the raw, emotionally charged vocals of Miranda Lambert on July 21st, and the best-selling country duo Brooks and Dunn on November 9th, only at Yamava Resort and Casino, Southern California's #1 entertainment destination. Must be 21 to enter.
It's the best time of year. Summer, baseball, and outdoor grilling. And when we're cooking on the grill, only the best hot dogs for us. Hoffy hot dog.
Hoffy uses only top quality ingredients with premium quality beef for a great hot dog. You can taste it. Hoffy is a SoCal treasure for nearly 100 years. So visit HoffyBrand.com to find your nearest location of Hoffy products.
Hoffy, local, original, great.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Fans expect to in every season, but imagine winning the championship 29 seasons in a row. Galpin Ford did that, being the #1 volume Ford dealer in the world for 29 years, led by the Bachman family as the largest family-owned and operated dealer group in Southern California. Galpin has been part of the community since 1946, offering great deals, great service with great people. In addition to Ford, Galpin's winning heritage includes Mazda, Honda, Volkswagen, Porsche, Land Rover, Aston Martin, Jaguar, Lincoln, Volvo, Polestar, and Lotus. Be a part of the Galpin story. It starts at Galpin.com.
Let's go to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
And now your voices of the LA Dodgers.
Rick Monday and Steven Nelson.
Live from Dodger Stadium on the 4th of July is the final game of the series. Dodgers trying to make it 2 out of 3 over the Arizona Diamondbacks. And for all listening, happy 4th of July indeed. Hi, everybody. Rick Monday alongside Steven Nelson and with producer-engineer Dwayne McDonald as we get set to go. An absolutely glorious evening as we get set to go here. Dodgers 53-34. They begin things today 7.5 in front of the Padres, although San Diego won their game today. Arizona 10.5 behind the Dodgers in the Western Division. Here's Dave Roberts' starting lineup. Shohei Ohtani, again the designated hitter. Teoscar Hernandez batting second tonight. He's in right, make that left field. Freddie Freeman is at first base. In center, Andy Pages. Jason Hayward is in right. Gavin Lux starting at second base. At third is Chris Taylor. J.K. Hernandez will be at shortstop tonight. And batting ninth and doing the catching is Austin Barnes. Landon Knack with his 7th start. His record is 1-1 with a very good ERA, just 2.08. and a 191 batting average against him. The umpiring assignments, it'll be Stu Sherwater working the plate tonight. He's calling the balls and strikes. The crew chief, Mark Carlson, is at first. Dan Marzell umpiring at second, and Jordan Baker is over at third base. So to begin this ball game, a little bit earlier than normal. Home plate, pitcher's mound, shortstop, third base, left field. They're all in shadows. Everything else is in bright sunshine. And we'll join you tomorrow at the normal time, 6 o'clock, with the Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck show, as the Milwaukee Brewers come into town. We'll join you at 7:10. Tyler Glasnow will pitch in tomorrow's game. First things first, ball game to win tonight. Final game of the series, Dodgers and the Diamondbacks over to play. Here's Steven.
Thank you, Mo. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, we wish you and yours a happy 4th of July and welcome you to Dodger Stadium. Blue heaven on earth. The series against Arizona is on the line. Landon Knack set to kick off his 7th career start. He kicks into his windup and misses with a fastball. Ball one to the leadoff batter, Corbin Carroll. Knack is going to try and hold down an offense that is suddenly scorching hot in the Dbacks. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball away. 2 balls, no strikes on Carroll. Worst last night. 16 hits, 7 walks, 23 base runners for Arizona against the Dodgers staff. The 2-0 from Knack is fouled back into the net, 91, just off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. It's the second time the last 3 games that the Dodgers have given up at least 10 runs. And the thrilling walk-off win in the opener on Tuesday. And now try to take the series on Thursday. Knack misses high with a fastball. 3-1. For Landon, third stint in his latest stint with the big club. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2, filling up the count.
For Corbin Carroll, he's been trying to figure out the swing. Still hitting just barely above the Mendoza line at 210. He got off to a very slow start.
The payoff. Outside corner, called strike 3.
Carroll was headed to first base. He tossed the bat away, picks up the bat, alters his course, goes back to the dugout.
First strikeout for Knack. It was coming off a start in San Francisco last Friday in which he recorded a career-high 7 Ks. Didn't walk anybody. Pitched 4 2/3, gave up 1 earned run on 5 hits. Swing and a miss from Ketel Marte, the second baseman. Strike 1. This game got going at 6:10 as scheduled. 79 degrees here at Dodger Stadium. The 0-1 outside. Tonight's time and temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 1-1 on Marte. Knack bounces ball 2 off the plate.
Steve, when we look at Landon Knack, has really been amazing. He's allowed 2 runs or less in all of his 6 starts. He's had some difficulty, however, run support, 3 runs or less in 5 of those 6 games.
His 2-1 pitch to Marte. Showed bunt, did Marte. Pulled it back because it was low. And yet again, a 3-ball count for Landon Knack. Yeah, 2 or fewer runs in every start, as you mentioned, Mo, but the Dodgers 2-4 in those 6 games. It has not been because of Landon Knack. A 3-1. Out at third, filling the count with strike 2. Base is empty, 1 out the top of the first, still scoreless. 3-2 foul back.
The Dodgers know that, A, they have to stop some offense, and B, they need to generate some offense. The last 3 games, they've been out-hit 42 hits to 26. They've been outscored in those 3 games, 27 runs to 14.
The payoff. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Landon Knack to open this ball game.
And Landon Knack, one of the things he's able to do very, very well, and for a young pitcher to have a pretty good grasp on it, is something. Change speeds, change eye levels.
2 out. Jock Peterson digging in. The Dodger infield shifts over. Chris Taylor at third base. Well, he's in the 6 hole at short. Kike Hernandez just to the left of the bag at second. Meanwhile, Gavin Lux halfway between first and second. Freddie Freeman, about 15 feet or so off the line. 1 ball, 1 strike as Knack pulls the breaking ball down and in to Jock Peterson, who hit a home run in the series opener against his old club. That's ball 2 up and away. Came in the top of the 9th inning against Evan Phillips, gave Arizona the lead at the time. The lead they could not hold on to as the Dodgers had 3 straight 2-out hits in the bottom of the 9th to walk it off. Here's the 2-1. Away in a 3rd straight hitter, working a 3-ball count on Knack, who's disgusted with himself, just slams the rosin bag off the back of the mound. Got to be careful with Jock Peterson on this 3-1. Peterson swings and drives one right field, hit deep at the wall. Hayward, he leaps up, and that ball is gone. I said it right before the pitch, Mo. Got to be careful. And hitter's count against Jock Peterson. He hits his 12th of the year, his 2nd of the series. Got over the glove of Jason Hayward, who jumped into the scoreboard in right field.
Well, nothing new for Jock Peterson. He's always been a good fastball hitter, in particular when the ball's out over the plate, and that was right down the middle.
So 1-0 Arizona after the solo home run. Here's Christian Walker. Next, first pitch, strike 1. One pitch. Walker holds up on a breaking ball downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's another night. Walker's one of the few players that I've seen hitters go up to the home plate and marks where the front part of the plate is, because that's the length of his stride.
The 1-1 pitch is going to tail foul on the right side.
He stands deep in the box, close to the catcher. But he actually draws a line where the front edge of the plate is. He draws a line across the batter's box. He has a slightly open stance. His stride is very small to begin with.
A 1-2 pitch. Walker swings and torches a ball left center field, carrying way out of here. Christian Walker cannot be stopped. That is his 4th home run of the series. He has homered in 5 straight games here at Dodger Stadium. He makes it back-to-back jacks for the Dbacks. And the Dodgers now trail 2-0.
Well, not to take anything away from Christian Walker at all. I mean, he has turned himself into just an extremely good player, offensively and defensively. Peterson got a ball down the middle, and so did Walker. The results, back-to-back home runs.
That's the 8th home run of the season for Christian Walker against the Dodgers staff. Gurriel rolls strike 1 foul on the left side.
And this is the 42nd game he's played at Dodger Stadium, and that's the 18th home run he's hit in this ballpark.
Now only 1 behind his predecessor at first base in a D-back uniform, Paul Goldschmidt, for most among active opposing players. Swung on and missed strike 2 on Gurriel.
Well, you just need better pitches thrown, especially the big part of the lineup, especially again with a guy that you can underline. He's done damage.
I'm not entirely sure what else to say, Mo, because we've been talking about it all series, where his cold zone is. This 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball outside, 1-2 on Gurriel. And yet, guys, they've been trying to pitch him inside, and they haven't been able to execute. The 1-2. That should have been strike 3, but instead called ball 2, squaring the count. Dodgers trailing 2-0 after back-to-back 2-out home runs from Peterson and Walker on the heels of back-to-back Hayes from Carroll and Marte. The 2-2 is up and in, a full count.
Okay, they've been trying to pitch Walker in, something we can address a little bit later on as well. Fastballs away, he has 40% swing and miss this year, and yet the Dodgers keep trying to come inside and they keep missing.
3-2, called strike 3. So 3 strikeouts for Landon Knack in the first inning. But the Diamondbacks will take the 2 solo home runs in a 2-0 lead in the middle of the first.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Jock Peterson and Christian Walker hit back-to-back two-out solo home runs for the Dodgers in an early hole, trailing 2-0. Shohei Ohtani preparing to lead off the home half of this inning against Zach Gallen, who's making just his 13th start of the season for the Diamondbacks. Their ace missed a month with a hamstring strain. His last start was his first off the injured list. And he shut down Oakland, 6 shutout, 1 hit innings. Just 77 pitches.
Well, Gallen, we mentioned the pregame show, Stephen, we mentioned the fact that good breaking stuff, and he gets a high percentage of strikeouts on hitters expanding the strike zone.
His first pitch to Ohtani bounces off the plate, ball 1.
And if you're looking for just the breaking stuff, that first pitch is at 97. So he really combines a lot of different things, the knuckle curveball, the changeup, the slider, the cutter. But that four-seamer has been hit at 276. The slider actually a little bit higher than that.
1 ball, no strikes. He winds and delivers. Pulls ball 2. Shohei's 4 for 9 in this series, 3 runs scored. Yesterday found out he earned his 4th consecutive All-Star nod, a Major League record for a designated hitter. The 2-0. Taken right at the bottom of the zone, strike 1. Ohtani has faced Gallen 3 times. He struck out twice, no hits. The 2-1 pitch. Ohtani with a furious swing and a miss. 2-2.
Just down in front of it, that's the curveball. And again, for Gallen, he understands how to work it. Is there a plus or minus against left-handers or right-handers? No, both sides are hitting exactly 222.
The 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? The appeal down to third. He held up, and now the count is full. This is the Dodgers' first look at Gallen since Game 2 of last year's National League Division Series here at Dodger Stadium. 5 1/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, and a Dbacks win. The payoff. Outside, a leadoff walk to Shohei Ohtani.
Well, the running game also is negated by Zach Gallen. And his catcher, too, for that matter. Moreno is second in caught stealing percentage. Who does he trail? The Dodgers' Will Smith. There's only been 1 stolen base in 3 attempts that have been successful against Gallen this year.
Teoscar Hernandez. The first pitch coming, and he blisters a base hit the opposite way. Quickly over is Carroll to cut it off. Ohtani holds up at second. The first 2 aboard for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the first inning. Two on for Freddie Freeman, who has stayed hot. And he thought, are you feared perhaps? Is it just going to be the month of June? No, he's kept it going in July, which in his career mode, this has been his most productive month.
Yeah, it has. And for Freeman, along with Ohtani, very good months in June at the end. The last 15 games, Freeman's hitting .325 with 14 runs batted in.
Gallen's pitch. Outside, ball 1. Freeman has reached in 6 of his 9 plate appearances so far in this series. 2 for 2 last night, a 3-run homer in the first inning. He's up here again tonight with 2 on. Do it again, Freddie. That's outside, 2-0.
Well, it's important in spots like this for teams to answer. And by answering, okay, they're down 2-0. They have first and second, nobody out, opening frame of the game. You need a feel-good moment right here and figure, okay, the offense is going to be running on all cylinders.
Gallen looks at Ohtani, the 2-0 pitch. Freeman takes. It's strike 1 on the outside corner. Went off speed there after missing with a couple of fastballs. 2 balls and a strike on Freeman. Ohtani and Hernandez aboard. Dodgers trailing 2-0 in the bottom of the first. The pitch. Freddie swings and misses on a pitch 6 inches below the zone. 98 from Gallen. It's now 2-2. Freeman's 4 for 18 lifetime against the Diamondback righty. A home run, 3 strikeouts.
Dodgers have seen him in 11 regular season starts, where he's just 1-4. Of course, he's had luck against them postseason.
After time, Gallen on the third base side of the rubber. Prepares for a 2-2 pitch. Freeman swings and fouls it back into the net, keeping the count 2-2.
Gallen has been more effective, and not to discount the fact that, he's one of the outstanding pitchers. Yeah, you begin to look the last 3 years, his earned run average is 14th best in baseball as starting pitchers.
Another 2-2 to Freddie Freeman. That ball is sent foul on the third base line. Actually went through the netting and got into the field level seats. Looks like everybody is okay, thankfully.
I was about to say before that pitch, Gallen at home, his earned run average just 172. On the road is 433.
And a guy you typically want to get to early. 2 on, nobody out in the bottom of the first. Another 2-2. Freeman swings, pulls the ball right field. It's going to hook foul. And easier said than done. Get to Zach Gallen early. He's coming off a year in which he registered another top 5 finish in the NL Cy Young Award voting.
Both these teams need the starters to stretch out. The bullpens have been very active in the first 2 games.
The 2-2. Outside, Freddie's got it full. Andy Pajes in the on-deck circle.
3 hitters, 2 3-ball counts.
Just like Landon Knack. Well, Landon, I think, had a trio of 3-ball counts in the top of the first inning. Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers nothing, but they're threatening in the home half. The payoff. Freeman bounces it off the plate. He stays alive. Gallen up to 16 pitches here in the first inning. Still no out. So at the very least, you're making a guy who just missed a month on the injured list, only threw 77 pitches the last time out, you're making him work.
Chip away and chip away.
Ohtani on second. Hernandez on first. Another 3-2 pitch. Freeman rolls it foul on the right side. That was the 10th pitch of this plate appearance for Freddie Freeman. There have been 3 consecutive changeups thrown by Zach Gallen. This battle will turn up to 11. The pitch. Freeman swings and misses on a pitch 4 or 6 inches off the plate outside. And it's a strikeout for Gallen, the first of the frame. Heck of a fight from Freddie Freeman. Let's see how much studying Andy Pajes did. In the cleanup spot, again, no Will Smith tonight, no Miguel Rojas for the Dodgers. 2 guys who, compared to the rest of their Dodger teammates, have actually seen Gallen quite well. 2 on, 1 out, the pitch. Pajes pops it up, right side, foul ground, playable for Christian Walker. He's on the warning track, and he's underneath the second out. So after Freddie Freeman had an 11-pitch plate appearance. Andy Pages pops out on the first pitch.
I think for Pages, one question as he goes back, was that a good pitch? I mean, a really good pitch from a hitter standpoint. Here's why I mentioned that. Pages has never faced Gallen before. It's in a spot you got a couple of runners on base. Was that a good hitter's pitch? Well, if it was, fine. If it wasn't, that's something to say, hey, boy, I need to have a little bit more discipline next time up.
Now Jason Hayward. 2 on, 2 out. Dodgers trailing 2-0. Strike one. Hayward 1 for 10 lifetime against Gallen. 4 strikeouts. That one hit, a homer. The Dodgers gave up 2 solo home runs in the top of the first, hence this 2-run deficit. Here's Gallen's 0-1 pitch. Shohei going for third. The throw from Moreno. The tag at third. Not in time. After the ball thrown from Gallen, Ohtani slides in safely. Another stolen base for Shohei. He's now up to 17 on the year.
Yeah, if you're going to try and steal third, and especially with 2 outs, you better make certain that you're 100% in there. Otherwise, you run yourself out of an inning after already being in scoring position.
Ohtani walked to lead off. Hernandez then singled. Freeman struck out. Pages popped out. At the corners, a 1-1 count on Jason Hayward. Gallen with the ball at the letters. Comes home. Hayward swings through. Strike 2. The Diamondbacks have scored the last 13 runs of this series. Can the Dodgers snap that streak? On 1-2. Hayward fouls it off the glove of Gabriel Moreno. Count remains the same. Gallen now about to throw his 24th pitch at the bottom of the first. First and third, 2 out. The 1-2. Upstairs, squaring the count. Gallen's 2-2 pitch to Jason Hayward. Inside, ball 3. Moreno tried to frame it up. The pitch was a bit off the plate. And Stu Sherwater, the home plate umpire, was not fooled. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Grounded to short. Perdomo gathers, skips, and throws. And so the first 2 get on for the Dodgers, and they are stranded there. So it's still 2-0 Arizona after the end of the first inning.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
And back to the top of the second inning. Brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Landon Knack struck out Corbin Carroll and Ketel Marte to open tonight's game. You're thinking, all right, here we go. The Dodgers need a strong performance from the starter. Then Jock Peterson hit a solo home run to right. Christian Walker followed with a back-to-back shot to left center. The Dodgers stranded 2 in the bottom of the first inning. The first pitch of the second to Gabriel Moreno is called strike 1. Moreno's 4 for 8 in the series, a pair of extra base hits, including a home run. And he fouls strike 2 back. Knack quickly ahead. Two strikes on Moreno. Knack steps back into his delivery. That's driven to center. Andy Pages will run toward the warning track. And on it, he makes the grab straight away. Deep fly out for Gabriel Moreno. Dodgers fans here at the stadium were worried that that was going to be a third solo home run. Instead, it's out number 1. Now, Eugenio Suarez, the third baseman, batting from the right side. Knack's first pitch, strike 1 on the inside corner. And Suarez is having a dismal year. Has reached in 6 of 8 plate appearances this season. A little flare, shallow right field. Luck's going back from second, but Hayward's coming in from right, and he makes the grab. I bring that up because, Mo, in San Francisco, we had that conversation. It feels like there's players who come into a series against the Dodgers and they're ice cold, can't buy a hit, and then they find something. And the point you made was, against the Dodgers, and especially here at Dodger Stadium, people elevate their games. First pitch downstairs, ball 1 on Alec Thomas, the center fielder.
This is one of the biggest stages that you have in Major League Baseball. You think of here, Yankee Stadium.
The 1-0. That's in there, strike 1.
You know, players talk about it. Christian Walker, for example, was asked last night. He said, well, what's the secret against the Dodgers? He said, I don't know. He said, but just the atmosphere in this ballpark. He also made a comment, the ball is easier to pick up in night games in this ballpark, he says, than it is in his home stadium in Arizona.
Here's the 1-1 from Knack. Breaking ball, just missed.
And Walker's referring to the background. Even though if you look in Arizona, I mean, it's a huge batter's eye.
Right.
The fence goes up 40 feet high.
On 2-1, Thomas takes strike number 2.
But sometimes in some ballparks, I think back to Montreal, Olympic Stadium. For whatever reason, the depth perception seemed off.
2-2's pulled foul. Taylor Thomas steps out of the box, fixes his gloves, steps back in. Landon Knack on the mound on the first base side of the rubber. He's ready to work. A 2-2 pitch. And that is pulled to right field. This will land in fair territory. Jason Hayward has it clank off his glove, and that gives Alec Thomas the breathing room he needs to take an extra base. So a 2-out double for Alec Thomas.
You know, Stephen, I think you bring up a good point. We've talked about it. Is it why does one hitter or one team do well against a certain team in a certain ballpark? I would have to ask, first of all, you need to go back and see what were the pitches.
Geraldo Perdomo, the last of the order, takes strike 1. And a correction, it's not scored a double for Thomas. It's a single and an error on Jason Hayward. Again, when he went to cut it off with his glove hand, his right hand on the backhand, the ball bounced off of it. Now Perdomo puts it foul in the seats on the left side, quickly 0-2.
This is an area, boy, that Arizona came up a lot last night. Runners in scoring position. 17 at-bats, runners in scoring position. Dodgers only had 4.
0-2. And Perdomo spoils it.
So 4 at-bats last night, runners in scoring position. Dodgers had 3 opportunities in the first inning tonight to no avail.
I mean, this lineup, again, it does not counterbalance the star power that's in the Dodger dugout, but it is a pain to pitch against, obviously. Next pitch down and inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I mean, consider this, Mo. The Diamondbacks have not gone down in order since the 5th inning in Game 1 on Tuesday. Tough to make a living that way, whoever's out there on the mound. The 1-2. Fouled back.
Yeah, and Thomas is on the move. Landon Knack, when he comes in a set position, he's leaning back. And then when he begins to lean forward, that's when Thomas took off. He would have had third base stolen easily, especially since Taylor playing really to pull. He's almost at the natural shortstop position.
Up and away, ball 2, evening the count. Thomas on second. Diamondbacks ahead 2-0. 2 out in the top of the second. Knack is going to step off the mound. Back-to-back solo home runs with 2 gone in the first inning. One from Jock Peterson, another from Christian Walker, putting the Dodgers in this early hole in the series finale. Now Knack's ready for a 2-2 pitch to Perdomo. Thomas running. It's outside, but Taylor is playing back, and so third base was open for Thomas to take, and he did.
The Dodgers might as well set roadblocks up and cordon off an area. Oh, go ahead. Take third base. I mean, if you're not going to double-check the runners and you're not going to pay attention to them, they're going to steal everything from you.
So now Thomas, he's basically walking home. He's halfway between third and home. Fly ball left field. Teoscar Hernandez is going to skip back, reach up, and make the grab. So Thomas is stranded. The Dodgers coming back to the plate. In the bottom of the second, Gavin Lux will lead off with the team down 2-0.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Tacoma. So your Toyota dealer today, they make it easy. Life has not been easy for the Dodgers here in the series against the Diamondbacks. They trail 2-0. Bottom of the second begins with Zach Gallen against Gavin Lux. There's strike 1 on the outside corner. Lux 0 for 4 in this series, has walked twice. Had a run scored streak end yesterday, 4 consecutive games, as he watches strike 2 get called on him on a pitch above the zone. The Dodgers made Gallen throw 26 pitches in the bottom of the first inning, but could not scratch a run across. An 0-2 to Lux, swatted foul. Ohtani led off the game with a walk, got to second after Teoscar Hernandez produced a single. to right field. Freddie Freeman struck out, 11-pitch AB, and Pa has popped out on the first pitch he saw. Another 0-2 to Lux is upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And finally, Jason Hayward grounded out to short. Lux is ready. So is Gallen. Another one swatted foul. Got into the top deck, north of the Dodger dugout on the left side. Count remains 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Lux fights it to shortstop where Perdomo is waiting on the flare. 1 out. Although you mentioned Zach Gallen, this is his 12th career start against the Dodgers, 7th at Dodger Stadium. The previous 6, he is winless in the regular season. Again, he did get a win against the Dodgers in the DS last year. But the 6 regular season starts, 0-4 with a 4.29 ERA, 35 2/3 innings. Here's Chris Taylor. Ball 1 outside.
Gallen, again, you mentioned the pregame show. He throws a lot of breaking stuff. He gets a lot of swings and misses on the breaking stuff, and he keeps the ball down very well.
Steps into this 1-0 after shaking Moreno. Goes to a curveball and lands it at the bottom of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike now.
Chris Taylor's going to get more playing time, but for pretty good reasons. Last 15 games, he's hit .314.
The 1-1. Check swing. Did not go.
And the Dodgers desperately need his bat. In fact, since Max Muncy has been out, third basemen have been, less than stellar, just 167 average.
The pitch. Good breaking ball right in the middle of the zone, sort of buckled the knees of Taylor a little bit, 2-2. And the word is, Dave Roberts telling our own David Vassay in the media before the game that Max Muncy is not going to return till well after the All-Star break. That's up on a fastball at 96. Full count on Taylor. And he's swinging. The bat is Muncy, but there's still some soreness.
And we don't know the depth or the ferociousness of his swings right now.
3-2 is fouled back by Taylor.
We saw Muncy taking ground balls in San Francisco, so we're talking only 5 days away. And he was lobbing the ball from third to first.
Was not letting it rip.
That oblique has really not responded as quickly as they were hoping.
Another 3-2, another foul ball. Taylor was 0 for 3 last night, struck out twice, walked once. Another 3-2 pitch. Taylor bounces it foul off the plate and then off his right leg, but he's okay.
Yeah, speaking of oblique, talking with Bill Plunkett at the Orange County Register before the ball game, we were just kind of kidding back and forth. He says the oblique, he says, that was discovered accidentally just 10 years ago.
I mean, it does seem like there's been an explosion of oblique injuries the last handful of years especially. It's going to be the 9th pitch to Chris Taylor. Taylor rolls it, and that is a foul ball. It just went over the bag. Eugenio Suarez, he fielded it, and then a jump throw fading toward the warning track. It would have been in time to get Taylor. That would have been an unreal play from Suarez.
Exactly what you want your players to do. You field the ball, then let the umpires sort it out. If you wait for the call, there's no chance to make the play. And that was just barely inches foul.
Wow.
Suarez was about 7 feet into foul territory, and he made that throw across the body to first base and had something on it.
So now the 10th pitch up coming to Taylor. Now he wants to take time. Still 3-2. Gallen will go to the back of the mound, pick up the rosin bag, and reset.
Yeah, this is the 4th full count. The 7 batters that he's faced.
This will be the 42nd pitch of the game already from Gallen. Taylor takes. It's ball 4.
What an at bat.
That is awesome from CT.
The other thing that was interesting, I don't remember the exact number, but I was looking at the number of pitches per at bat. You think, well, here's Chris Taylor. He's really down as far as the average. He comes in hitting at just 162, and yet the last 2 years, he averages more pitches per at bat than about 85% of all major league hitters.
Gets on in front of Kike Hernandez. One out in the second. First pitch, fly ball, right center field, tailing to Carroll in right. He slides and makes the catch. I don't know if he thought Thomas was going to run over from center to get it, but there was a hesitation from Carroll, and now he's saying, Alec, what happened there? And he's like, I didn't see it, sorry. But Carroll, with that burst of speed at the last moment, reached out with his right hand as he slid and made the catch.
Well, it's nice to have the afterburner that you can just kick into gear.
Catcher number 15, Austin Barnes.
And Carroll, he's sort of the last remaining fielder in the sun here at Dodger Stadium. They're now 2 out. Austin Barnes, the last of the order. Barnes, first pitch swinging, fouling back, strike one. Dodgers trailing the Diamondbacks 2-0. A pair of first-inning home runs for Arizona against Landon Knack, both coming with 2 out. Austin Barnes has hits in 3 straight. Taylor dancing, going for second. Barnes fouls away a second strike.
Good jump also by Taylor. He would have had that one stolen.
There's some debris that's found its way onto the field. 3 pieces of trash, all in the outfield and left. 2 on the warning track, and then 1 in the gap between Gurriel, the left fielder, and Thomas in center. Play continues. 2-strike count on Barnes. Taylor on. 2 away in the second. The pitch. Barnes watches a breaking ball. Good eye. Misses downstairs. Gallen looks over his left shoulder at Taylor. Conservative lead next to Christian Walker. And now he's going to step off. There's time taken.
See if Moreno, the catcher, goes with the same sign and same location. He was setting up to the outside corner. See if he goes out there again.
Gallen has the ball at the letters. Kicks and fires. That's inside.
Yep.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
They changed. He set up inside that time.
The Dodgers searching for their first run since the first inning yesterday, when the first 5 reach, and they scored 4. The 2-2 pitch. Barnes bounces it to the right side. Walker will field it. Stop sign for Gallen. Walker takes it himself, stepping on the bag to complete the second inning. So Taylor's 1-out single. He's stranded. The Dodgers have left.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Dodger fans, don't miss a single second of action from every pitch, run, and out. Uber Eats is now at Dodger Stadium. Skip the line and order from your seat using the Uber Eats app. Pick up when notified and enjoy Dodger baseball. Dodgers trailing 2-0. Top of the third begins with a strike from Landon Knack to Corbin Carroll. Top of the order on the slate for the Snakes. Knack working with speed. Delivers. It's a pop-up, left side, foul ground, long run for Taylor. He's on the warning track, and he makes the catch.
Well, Stephen, there's something that happened during the half inning. We think it maybe. And, we're not down in the dugout, but, Jason Hayward trying to go up in the air and catch that home run hit out by Jock Peterson in the very first inning, and he went down. Well, Hayward's out of the game. Vargas comes in at left, and Teoscar Hernandez now moves over to right.
Ball one upstairs to Ketel Marte. So again, Jason Hayward out of the game. Teoscar Hernandez slides over to right field. With left field open up, Miguel Vargas gets called upon off the bench. Knack bounces back with a strike, evening the count on Ketel Marte when he struck out in the first inning. Here's the 1-1. And then it's roped to right at Teoscar Hernandez. Quickly 2 away.
Number 3, Jock Peterson.
Carroll and Marte retired, just as they were in the first inning. Then after that, things went sideways for Knack. Back-to-back home runs for Jock Peterson and Christian Walker. Peterson is back up here in the third. Still 2-0 lead for the Diamondbacks as Knack comes up and in with ball one.
Uncomfortable at bats, something that Peterson has not had, something that Christian Walker has not had.
Big swing, big miss. The pitch tailing away into the right-handed batter's box. Peterson whiffed, and now it's 1-1. And the infield shifted over to the lefty Peterson, who takes another swing and misses again. 1-2. Knack now at 55 pitches. He hasn't been allowed to go deep into games in his previous 6 starts. But tonight is one where the Dodgers probably were hoping for him to go a little bit longer into the ball game because of how overworked the bullpen has been of late. 1-2 pitch to Jock, bounces in the dirt, ball 2. And because of that, they needed some fresh reinforcements. Michael Peterson was optioned today, and Nick Ramirez was recalled. The Dodgers have 4 lefties now in the bullpen. Ball 3 outside, full count on Jock.
Something I mentioned a few days ago. In fact, where the Dodgers were up in San Francisco, they have already used 28 pitchers this year.
A 3-2 pitch to Peterson. It is taken low, a 2-out walk for Jock. So a 2-out base runner on in front of the Dodger killer Christian Walker, who homered again in the first inning. Again, 5 straight games here at Dodger Stadium, he's hit a home run. He's got 8 long balls against L.A. before the All-Star break. He's the 4th player ever to accomplish that. 8 homers against the Dodgers before the break. Strike 1 from Knack.
That was a slider, and that found up a big part of the plate as well. I mean, Walker, it's like he's mail ordering pitches.
Knack's 0-1 out of the stretch. Upstairs, ball 1. Slider changeup to start Walker here in the third. 1-1 strike. Peterson right next to Freddie Freeman's right hip. That is hit hard, left field, deep, heading toward the corner. It's a fair ball and another home run. Christian Walker, I am without words. Mo, do you have any? As Walker rounds third after his 22nd home run of the year, his second of the game, fifth of the series, ninth of the season against the Dodgers.
Yeah, and where was that? That was a hanging breaking ball. So I wasn't kidding. I mean, Walker, and again, not to take anything, he's a wonderful player. But it's like he's mail ordering location of pitches. And he's getting really direct service.
That's hit hard by Gurriel, left field. Miguel Vargas just into the game, ranged over to his left to make the grab, but not before another two-out offensive outburst for Arizona. A walk from Peterson.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Bottom of the third inning brought to you by AM/PM, the official convenience store of the Dodgers. AM/PM, too much good stuff. Christian Walker with his second home run of the game, a two-run blast, so the Dodgers deficit has swelled to 4. Shohei Ohtani leading off the bottom of the third inning. Top of the order on the Dodger docket against Zach Gallen. His first pitch is called strike one off the plate. Stu Sherwater going to have you be better than that. 50th pitch of the game from Gallen. Ohtani takes. Called strike two. That one was in the zone. Groans now from the Dodger Stadium crowd. A lot of reasons behind that groan. The 0-2. Up and in. And the Dodger dugout looked like Dave Roberts was having a lengthy conversation with Landon Knack after giving up more runs at 2 out. A 1-2 swung on and missed. Nasty breaking ball from Gallen. And Ohtani heads back to the dugout.
Well, no attempt to go to first. The ball gets away by 20 feet.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Dodgers Audio Network.
Happy Independence Day weekend from AM 570 KLAC Los Angeles, 98.7 KYSR HD2 Los Angeles, an iHeart radio station.
Base is empty, 1 out in the third. Dodgers trailing 4-0. Teoscar Hernandez steps in. It's 1 for 1. Singled in the first inning. Ball 1 from Gallen. The Dodgers got the first 2 on base against Gallen in the first frame. And they were stranded there. I mean, the Diamondbacks have sucked the life out of Dodger Stadium these last 2 games. The 1-0. I mean, this is a July 4th crowd. A very strong one, again, as you would expect here at Dodger Stadium. But there is not a lot of juice in it right now.
Well, right now, it resembles a sprinkling of a few cardboard cutouts, as we saw before during the pandemic.
The 2-0. Hernandez takes strike one down Broadway, 96 right in the middle of the plate. Freddie Freeman on deck. Gallen steps into the 2-1. A sword. Silly swing from Hernandez. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On 2-2. Hernandez bounces it right back to the mound. PFP's paid off for Zach Gallen. He fields it and throws Hernandez out. 2 away. Again, you look at Landon Knack. Getting the first 2 outs have not been a problem. 2 strikeouts in the first, then back-to-back home runs. 2 flyouts in the second, then a single, the air, a stolen base. He was stranded. In the third, pop out, line out, walk homer. So I don't know if it's a focus thing or just a young player thing, or if the Diamondbacks deserve more credit. But he has not been able to finish frames. Strike one on Freddie Freeman. 2 out in the bottom of the third. That pitch is sent to left field, tailing toward the line away from Gurriel. It drops foul.
The other thing that we noticed too, Stephen, is after the half inning, Dave Roberts normally does not talk to the starting pitcher or even a relief pitcher when it comes off the mound, unless there's going to be a pitching change. Well, Roberts was in a rather long conversation with Knack when he came back into the dugout after that last half inning. But again, I go back and, not belaboring the point, just bringing out information that I can find. And for Christian Walker, he is the 3rd highest swing and miss percentage of fastballs away in baseball this year. How many pitches he's gotten away? Not many.
Ball 1 bounces in the dirt. 1-2 count on Freeman.
So if you have a guy that has 40% swing and miss on fastballs away, would you not attempt to throw him fastballs away until he shows you differently?
Don't have the answer to your good question.
Rhetorical question.
Swung on a miss, strike 3. Book-ending Ks of Ohtani and Freeman. A 1-2-3 third inning for Zach Gallen. 4-0 Arizona at the conclusion.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Enhance your listening experience. Download the iHeartRadio app and listen in HD, powered by LA Care Health Plan. Serving all Angelinos, lacare.org. Landon Knack back to work. Top of the 4th inning, nearly hits Gabriel Moreno, the catcher, in the 6th spot of the order. 1-0. Dodgers trailing the Diamondbacks 4-0. All 4 runs via the long ball and with 2 out. There's strike one on the inside corner. Moreno flew out to center field, straightaway center. A deep fly ball, his first trip to the plate in the second inning. Pitch from Knack. Down and away, ball 2. Moreno just turned after an injury, a thumb injury, and he turns a ball foul down the left field line into the Loge level. Still 2-2. $15 unanswered runs in this series for Arizona now. The 2-2, cut on and miss, strike 3. Landon Knack has his 4th strikeout of the game. 1 out in the 4th.
You and I were talking before the ball game, along with Dwayne McDonald, our producer-engineer. And it's really not too early to begin looking at the wild card standings coming in today.
First pitch to Eugenio Suarez is taken ball 1.
Well, right now, you have the division leaders. Obviously, the Dodgers leading the West. 3 teams in each league will get the wild card benefit.
Another pitch taken. This one does land in the zone.
And starting today, that's Atlanta, San Diego, and St. Louis in the National League. You know, there are 9 teams within 4.5 games of wild card placement.
1 ball, 2 strikes now on Suarez.
That's the National League. There are 6 teams in the American League are within 4 games. Right now, the wild cards would be New York, Minnesota, and Kansas City.
Foul ball. Count remains 1-2. And this is the new world with the expanded postseason, which, of course, the owners wanted.
And that's the reason for the conversation. And I were talking about it before. So you have 15 teams right now who are not leading the division that are in the hunt for a wild card spot. 15.
Another 1-2 in off the hands of Suarez. Square count.
So then you add the 6 divisional leaders.
Well,
I mean,
so as this relates to the Dodgers, first this 2-2 pitch to Suarez, bases empty, 1 out in the 4th inning, called strike 3, right at the knees or below the knees, and Suarez is barking at Stu Sherwater right now. Sherwater stares the third baseman back toward the dugout. Yeah, I mean that was a loud volume, very demonstrative with his hands and body, and Sherwater gave him some leeway. Now 2 out in the inning. The Dodgers, you're looking at, with their division lead right now, potential postseason matchups, strike 1 fouled in the net by Alek Thomas. They are just a game clear of Milwaukee in the loss column. Yes, the same Brewers that come to town tomorrow for 3-game series, a really big one. But you're also looking at how this cloudy and very busy postseason picture is going to impact the trade deadline.
Exactly.
As Thomas fouls away a 2nd strike.
Yeah, and that's the point you and I were talking about along with Dwayne earlier today, is there was so many teams. So 15 teams who are not leading their division are in the hunt right now on July 4th for a possible wild card spot. Yeah. So who's going to hold on to players? Right. Majority of the teams in baseball right now.
0-2 pitch coming. Misses outside, ball 1. And so that's the tough part of front offices with the July 30th deadline, not July 31st this year. You got to know their organization. Is this team a legit contender? Breaking ball downstairs.
So it comes down to, of the 30 teams in baseball, only 9 are either not leading their division or more than 4.5 games out of the wild card. Only 9 of the 30.
The 2-2. Skied. Foul back behind home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes remain on Thomas. Dodgers trailing 4-0. 2 out in the top of the 4th inning. Landon Knack about to throw his 79th pitch of the game. And for the Dodgers starting staff, they haven't seen a starter. As Knack misses downstairs, ball 3, full count. A starter hasn't gone more than 5 innings since Gavin Stone's complete game shutout in Chicago. And in the last 7 starts, there have been 3 or fewer innings in 3 of them. A swinging strikeout for Alek Thomas. So Landon Knack strikes out the side in the top of the 4th inning. The Dodgers remain down by 4.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
It's the home of LA Dodgers baseball.
Bottom of the fourth inning about to begin at Dodger Stadium. Boys in blue trailing the Diamondbacks 4-0 in this series finale. And a pitch clock violation on Andy Pages. So he'll start with a strike on him. That's just the way things have been going the last two games.
You just can't have that happen. You know you're the leadoff hitter.
I mean, that's inexcusable, really. Ball one in off the hands to AP. Even count, 1-1. Miguel Vargas is on deck, not Jason Hayward. Who's on deck is brought to you by On Deck. For small business lending that's fast and easy, go to OnDeck.com. AP refocuses and rips a base hit into left field. Leadoff batter aboard. On in front of Miguel Vargas. And Mo, we have an update on Jason Hayward.
Yeah, and just got the update that Jason Hayward, who did make that leaping attempt on the home run that just squeaked over the fence by Josh Peterson in the first inning, he came down, crumpled up against the wall, left because of left knee soreness.
Hopefully J-Hay okay, and it's just a precaution, and he was taken out early. So Miguel Vargas batting .306 on the year. First pitch from Gallen. Misses, ball one.
Interesting that earlier this afternoon is that Mookie Betts was in the outfield with Vargas and working on fielding the ball, getting his body in position to field the ball and throw it.
The 1-0. Vargas rips one left field. That sinks down, a base hit. Back-to-back knocks for the Dodgers starting this fourth inning. And Miguel Vargas, I mean, you have to salute the young man. Had the toughest of tough rookie years. Was not healthy. He has come back rejuvenated this year. Has been called up a couple times, but has not been given extended playing time or a run. But every time he's been in there at the plate, Mo, he has put together quality ABs and he's moved the ball forward.
One of the things that's not really talked about much at all about the players is that you have to have the mental toughness to be able to handle that, and especially if you're looking at Vargas being up and down, uncertain what's the position.
2-1, nobody out. Gavin Lux watches strike one get called on. I'm going to pitch high. Lux doesn't like that. It's happened twice now.
Yeah, there's a lot of young players that just kind of go into the corner and become very quiet. Well, Vargas has continued to fight and work.
Dodgers trailing 4-0, but they have 2 on and no outs in the bottom of the fourth. 0-1 count on Gavin Lux. Zach Gallen, the Diamondbacks starter, about to throw his 67th pitch of the game. Out of the stretch, he delivers. Lux watches ball one miss outside.
Any ball hit to the outfield, it's going to be difficult to score. The outfield not playing deep at all against Gavin Lux.
Here's the 1-1. That misses away. Now Lux has the advantage. Nothing unique about the Diamondback infield here against Lux, with no outs in the the bottom of the fourth. Pages on second, Vargas on first. Here's the pitch. Lux checks up his swing, and it's called strike two. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Nope. Again, my theory, we're seeing more pitches in my observation away this year than I recall.
The 2-2. Lux takes outside, same spot. That was actually a little bit closer.
A little bit closer.
Yeah, called ball 3. Full count on Lux. 2 on, nobody gone. Here's the pitch. Lux swings, sent to center field, right at Alec Thomas. So Pages and Vargas have to stay where they're at. Still first and second, now 1 away for Chris Taylor.
Hey, friends, you can suit up this summer at MLBshop.com. That's right, you can check out the largest selection of official jerseys, caps, T-shirts, collectibles, and a whole lot more. So gear up with your Dodgers at MLBshop.com.
Taylor worked a walk his last time up. Just a beautiful AB. First pitch here from Gallen. A breaking ball misses low. Dodgers trying to snap this streak of Diamondback runs. Arizona has scored the last 15 in this series, winning the first 4 here today. 4-0 Diamondbacks. 2 on, 1 out for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-0 from Gallen. Taylor swings and misses. That is a nasty curveball from Zach Gallen. Finished 3rd in the Cy Young voting last year, behind Blake Snell and Logan Webb. Was 5th the year before. The 1-1, Gallen's going to step off and look Pages back to the bag at second base.
Gallen, I mentioned at the outset, early in the ballgame, that it's kind of unusual to see his batting average against. Lefties have hit .222, right-handers have hit .222. The only difference, lefties 4 home runs, right-handers 2.
Taylor takes ball 2, and Gallen trying to live on that curveball right now.
The other part, too, is when he went 3-2 to Vargas, that's the 5th time he's gone to full count of this ball game. And the pitch count just getting higher and higher. This will be number 75 coming up.
It's a 2-1 to Taylor. CT bends back on ball 3. Kike Hernandez is on deck. Dodgers chasing 4 runs. 3 balls, 1 strike on Chris Taylor. Here we go. Taylor takes. It's called strike 2. Just got the inside corner, did Zach Gallen. That'll fill things up again. So here's the payoff. Taylor shoots it foul. Another 3-2. Inside, ball 4. Chris Taylor with his second walk of the game. This one loads the bases, bringing the tying run to the plate in the bottom of the 4th.
And is this a fatigue situation? You know, you were talking earlier, is it for Gallen, came back off the injured list, made his first start. That was against the A's. That was his last time out. Just 1 hit in that one, and he'll get a visit from Brent Strom, the pitching coach.
This consultation on the mound is brought to you by Jacoby and Myers. Get a free consultation from the official law firm of the Dodgers by calling 1-800-5-MILLION, because everyone deserves justice. And boy, is this a big spot. Not only the game, the Dodgers trailing 4-0, bases loaded, 1 out in the 4th inning, but for Kike Hernandez, who has not been able to generate anything seemingly all year. Go through a cold stretch, and then he'll flash. Maybe he's back, and then he can't sustain it.
What's the scouting report that Arizona has on Hernandez? Because you start to look at it. For Kike Hernandez, right-handed breaking pitches, the last 3 years has hit under 170.
Here's the pitch from Gallen. Ground ball to short, coming in Perdomo. He's only going to be able to get one. That's the out at first base from Hernandez. RBI ground out for Kike as Andy Pages scores. The Dodgers are on the board. It's now 4-1.
And the first pitch was a curveball. The Dodgers finally crack it open and get on the board.
Now the bottom of the order, Austin Barnes, second and third, 2 out. Shohei Ohtani on deck. Barnes watches a fastball miss at 97 upstairs. Ball 1. Goodness, can Barnesy get this inning to Shohei? Or do it himself. Take that too. Gallen's 1-0 pitch. Barnes swings, flare center field. Marte going back, can't catch it. Vargas scores, Taylor behind him. A 2-run single for Austin Barnes, and it's a 1-run game.
And Barnes now, he's hitting 4 straight, 8 of the last 10 games. His bat has come alive, and the Dodgers have to feel they're back in this ball game right now.
Tying run aboard. Go-ahead run at the plate. Shohei Ohtani. Dodgers within a run. It's 4-3 Arizona. Barnes on first. Still 2 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Gallen out of the stretch. Delivers home. Ohtani swings and misses. A curveball down and in. That knuckle curve. You can see how that would give any hitter a fit. Ohtani 0 for 1. A walk and a strikeout. Gallen's 0-1. Ohtani on a pitch in off the plate. Bounces, strike 2 foul. On 0-2, Barnes takes off. It's high, ball 1. The throw down to second. Austin Barnes is safe with a stolen base. That's the first stolen base of the season for Barnes. He's in position to score.
And we mentioned before is that, you've got a good arm in Moreno. And Gallen had given up just 1 stolen base in 3 attempts coming into today's ball game. That's the second swipe.
Tying run in scoring position. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ohtani. Here's the pitch. And it's taken right in the middle of the zone at the top of it. Strike 3. So Barnes stranded on the bases, but a crooked number for the Dodgers. They score 3 in the 4th. It's a 4-3 game.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
about 3 hits in the bottom of the 4th inning. They're now within 1 run. Landon Knack has the ball in the top of the 5th inning, facing 9-1-2 for Arizona. This is ball 1 to Geraldo Perdomo, the shortstop, who's 0 for 1. So Knack, north of 80 pitches now, behind 2-0.
Quick observation. We mentioned that when Knack left the mound in the 3rd inning, Dave Roberts had a conversation with him in the dugout. When he came out in the 4th inning, he pitched very aggressively, struck out all 3.
He's got strike 1 in the heart of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. That 4th inning ended up being the first 1-2-3 frame for a Dodger pitcher since the 5th inning in the series opener on Tuesday. Again, the first time the Diamondbacks were sent down in order since the 5th inning of Game 1 of this 3-game series. Here's the 2-1. Outside, 3 balls, 1 strike to the number 9 hitter. Anthony Banda, the left-hander, up throwing in the Dodger bullpen as Knack kicks into the 3-1. Fly ball, left center field. Pages on the run, and he is there. Oh, who's got it? Miguel Vargas makes the catch. And Pages...
Well, I think Vargas ran Pages off the ball, and they're having a conversation. Well,
ended with a laugh.
Yep. Here comes Dave Roberts.
That first out of the 5th inning coming on the 85th pitch of the game for Landon Knack. The Dodgers needed Knack to go deeper. So it's 4 1/3, and Knack gets a nice ovation here at Dodger Stadium. Anthony Banda comes in. Pitching change for the Dodgers. Bases empty, 1 out in the top of the 5th inning, trailing Arizona by 1. Pitching change for the Dodgers brought to you by Navien. High-efficiency tankless water heaters, boilers, and the new NPF Hydro Furnace. Next-level comfort, perfect for your home and the environment. Learn more at hydrofurnace.com. So Landon Knack won't have the opportunity to face the Diamondback lineup for a 3rd time. Anthony Banda comes in. Bases empty, 1 out in the 5th. Drag bunt attempt by Corbin Carroll. Freddie Freeman was along the line, and Carroll ran around him and is called safe. And Dave Roberts is now out of the dugout. And Freddie Freeman's waving him back. So Freddie scooped up the ball about 3/4 of the way down the line, and then he almost lost it out of his glove.
He didn't attempt to make the tag.
He thought that ball was going to come out of his glove, and so as he took a moment to gather it, Carroll made a beeline around him.
Well, that 45-foot line now doesn't really mean anything. And Carroll went outside that 45-foot line. He went inside foul territory and then got back to the bag.
Scored E3 on Freeman, 2nd error of the game for the Dodger defense. Ball 1 outside now to Ketel Marte. 1-on-1 out in the top of the 5th. Diamondbacks lead 4-3. Next to the 3 spot in the bottom of the 4th for the Dodgers. Bonda out of the stretch with Carroll dancing next to Freddie Freeman. There'll be a pickoff attempt. Firework goes off just outside the stadium. Obviously a grand fireworks show after this series concludes tonight, on the 4th of July. Now the 1-0 from Bonda. No, a second disengagement. So that's going to be it for him in this battle against Marte. If he's going to do it again on Corbin Carroll, he's got to make it count.
I said last night that Carroll just keeps his feet moving all the time as he leads off.
There he goes. The throw from Barnes is pulled.
Yeah, Barnes had no chance at all.
Yeah. So Corbin Carroll, just probably the last Diamondback you want to have reach, especially reaching on an error like that, because of what we just saw. His 15th stolen base. This was a guy who stole 54 last year. So
here's one for you.
That pace.
The last 2 years, he's stolen third base 13 times. Better keep your eye on him here, too.
Now off second. Infield shifted over to the left side. Switch hitting Marte fouls it toward his own dugout. 2-1.
Especially if Peterson comes on to hit left-handed batter, where will third baseman Taylor play?
Because right now, CT is about 8 feet off the line.
Because of right-handed batter. Yeah. But the stolen base earlier by Thomas, Taylor was well off the bag. He never moved to cover the bag when the runner took off.
Carroll dancing off second. Bonda staring at him. Delivers. Nope, he's going to step off and disengage. So Corbin Carroll has definitely gotten the attention of Anthony Bonda, who has to try and focus in, hunker down to get the last 2 outs here at the top of the 5th inning. Carroll dancing again. Bonda staring, kicks home. The 2-1 pitch to Marte. He's pulled into left field, a base hit. Green light for Corbin Carroll, and the Diamondbacks are going to push the lead. It's now 5-3 Arizona. So Carroll, who reached on an error at first base on a drag bunt attempt, stole second base and then scored on the RBI single from Ketel Marte. So we talk about shutdown innings, right? The next 3 outs after you score runs, you want to keep the other team off the board to generate some momentum. The Dodgers unable to do that here in the 5th. Ball 1 down and away to Jock Peterson. There goes Marte. And that throw gets into center field. Kike couldn't pick the throw from Barnes. Thankfully, Pajes was there in shallow center to back him up. So Marte stays on second base. Third stolen base of the game for Arizona. Second of this 5th inning.
And by the time Austin Barnes got the ball, Marte was close to being halfway to second base. I mean, Barnes has not had a chance to throw out any one of the 3 stolen base guys tonight.
Strike 2 taken. A fastball right in the middle to Jock Peterson. Count is 1-2. Dodgers trailing 5-3 now. Just got within 1. Arizona. Quick strike. Push the lead to 2. Here's the pitch. High in the air to center field. Lazy fly ball toward Andy Pajes. Marte on the bag at second. Will not tag. The throw from Pajes is cut off at short by Kike. Second out of the 5th.
Well, come out to Dodger Stadium anytime. Boys in Blue will take on the Red Sox. Coming up a 3-game series beginning on Friday night, July 19th. So for tickets, don't get left out either, folks. Dodgers.com/tickets.
Here's Christian Walker.
He's going to walk.
Yep, and their first time this series, an intentional walk to Christian Walker. First base open, 2 out in the 5th inning. They'll face Lourdes Gurriel Jr. You know, Walker, 2 for 2 today against Landon Knack, a pair of home runs. That makes him now 4 for 4 against Knack with 3 homers. Strike 1 on the outside corner from Bonda to Gurriel. Dave Roberts was asked after the game last night, hey, with Walker's production against the Dodgers, do you start thinking about intentionally walking him? And Doc basically said depends on the situation. Strike 2, swinging variety on Gurriel. Bonda a strike away from completing the 5th inning. After the first inning home run, when he came up in the 3rd, he thought, will they do it here? They did not. And Walker made him pay. He got 9 home runs this season against the Dodgers. He's on first base after the intentional walk. Marte on second. An 0-2 pitch to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. on the way from Anthony Bonda. Check swing fouled on the right side. The biggest thing to Walker has just been the poor execution from Dodger pitchers, particularly in this series. They've been trying to pitch him inside as Bonda misses inside on Gurriel, 1-2. Been trying to pitch him inside, even though that's kind of the hot zone for him. Yeah. And they've been giving him pitches to hit, hangers to hit.
Well, there's a difference between pitching.
Scored 4 runs on 4 hits, all with 2 out in the top of the 9th inning. So it went from a close game, a game you felt fine about a potential 9th inning comeback, to now you're like, yeah, boy.
Hey, just a few games ago, they scored 7.
Let's play that card. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Do we still have the card?
We lost it. We'll have to find it somewhere in the booth. Chris Taylor leads off. It is not Paul Sewald. He sits down. Thiago Vieira. First pitch inside at 99 from the right-hander. Taylor swings and misses at 99 right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the Brewers coming to town for a 3-game series beginning tomorrow. The 1-1 pitch to Taylor. Holds up. Got the outside corner. 99 paint. Strike 2. Tyler Glasnow scheduled to start tomorrow's opener. James Paxton on Saturday. Don't know what the pitching plan will be on Sunday. The Dodgers have to play that as the weekend goes. Vieira was strutting off the mound thinking he had strike 3. Instead, ball 2, squaring the count on Taylor. Meanwhile, Milwaukee, that's a team getting right behind the Dodgers for the 2nd seed in the National League. But their pitching staff is hurting, literally. Swung on a miss, strike 3. 100 from Vieira, who pounds his chest after retiring Taylor, the first out of the 9th inning. The 10th strikeout of the game for the Dodger lineup. Kike Hernandez, bases empty, 1 down. During the break, we were talking with our good friend David Vassay just about, the discussion we've had throughout the evening. Yeah, good. Yes, I did say good friend. Don't look like, hey, did he say what I just think he said? Yeah, no, I said good friend. Ball 1 on Kike. So about how jam-packed the playoff race is with the expanded postseason spot, or the postseason race, rather. And the Diamondbacks, despite struggling to get past mediocrity this year on the heels of winning the pennant last year, Mike Hazen saying, we haven't played good enough to be a buyer. Does this series, taking 2 of 3 from the Dodgers, tell the front office, hey, let's be aggressive at the deadline? And Dave pointed out, this is the start of a brutal stretch for the Dbacks. You have the Dodgers, you have the Padres, you have Atlanta, and have Toronto, no days off. So this is the make or break stretch for the Dbacks, who have clearly played with a ton of urgency here at Dodger Stadium.
And played well.
The 1-2 pitch to Kike makes him jump back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And of course, July 30th, 26 days away. So much can happen in either direction for all teams, right? There's so much to be sorted out still. Another swinging strikeout. And again, Vieira pounds his right hand to his chest. Back-to-back Ks to open the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers down to their last out, trailing 9-3. Kevin Biggio off the bench. Batting for Austin Barnes. 99 in the dirt ball 1. Everybody ready for a 1-0 pitch. Way high, 97. 2-0.
Something else is going to be looming between now and the trade deadline. The Dodgers were bitten by it, but it's a little bit early. That's injuries.
Yep.
Which team has injuries? Well, it's a huge one that Dodgers suffered, and that being with Mookie Betts.
And clearly Yoshinobu Yamamoto and that ripple effect on the starting rotation. And, of course, we've talked at length about Max Muncy and the void that is left in the lineup and the production at third base. 2-1 on Biggio. Dodgers down to the last out. Biggio swings and fouls strike 2 off the mask of Moreno.
Well, here's the number without Mookie Betts. The Dodgers will drop to 9-6 since the fractured left hand of Mookie Betts.
Last strike to play with. 2-2 on Biggio. Base is empty. Check swing. He definitely went around. Vieira comes in, strikes out the side. Wow, he's continuing to pound his chest. Fired up. Closing out a series win for the Diamondbacks. They launched the ball all around the yard and out of it the last 2 games. And leave no doubt, taking the series from the Dodgers tonight, the final 9-3.
I go back to the numbers he just given you by Bill Plunkett. How much of a concern is there now with the starting rotation? I mean, Landon Knack goes 4 1/3, 3 home runs, 4 runs on 4 hits, did strike out 6. But since against Gavin Stone's complete game shutout in Chicago against the White Sox, Dodgers starters have gone 24 innings. They've given up 25 runs.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
In life, like in baseball, you need a spark off the bench or a late-inning rally to help you win the day. Itoen's Oi Ocha Unsweetened Green Tea, Japan's #1 green tea, and the tea that Shohei Ohtani loves and drinks. It's the perfect source of caffeine to get you through the day and get the boys in blue through a long season. Amazing and authentic. It's the game-winning hit every time you drink it. All